The chat room saying Ted Cruz was a loser. Vito, Ted Cruz, winner or loser?
Ted Cruz is definitely a winner in this debate because while, everything's going on with Christie and Rand and Donald Trump, Cruz kept to himself. He held his points. He knew what he was talking about, and he managed the time. He didn't feel rushed, even though such a small amount of time to talk. I think Cruz really got his point across and took advantage, the best out of anybody, along with Ben Carson, of having so many people watching the debate thanks to Donald Trump. He really got his message across, and I think he became more favorable with people who would say that he's a religious nut or he's too radical for people. I think he really came off how he wanted to, and I think it's going to help him in the next debate in the future.
Good point. Mona, listen, Ted Cruz probably had a lot of negatives in his reputation with the uninformed voter going into this debate. Do you think that those same voters left with a better impression of Ted Cruz, or do they still think he's just a right-wing maniac?
I would hope that no matter what, these uninformed voters are going to listen to the uninformed. So everybody has the impression that Cruz shuts down the government, and he's going to get attacked on that. But hopefully this debate, Cruz talking about the Washington cartel, him fighting against them, and that's the reason why he shut the government down. Hopefully we will, wake up America and make them realize that Cruz knows what the hell he's talking about.
My personal opinion on Ted Cruz was he looked the most presidential on the stage out of all of them. As Vito said, calm, even-tempered, right down the line for every question, most prepared, articulate. I think if you had a negative impression of Ted Cruz before the event, you came off thinking about him a little bit differently if you were truly listening and watching what was going on. Cruz, some people look at Ted Cruz now and think, you know what? He's not the raving lunatic that people make him out to be on the left. He didn't come out that way at all. He was actually quite calm and composed and presidential. And I think when you contrast him with a Donald Trump or a Chris Christie, I think that shines through for people because people are tired of game playing in Washington. Ted Cruz is all about going against the Washington cartel, as Mona said. And Ted Cruz, while it will feed the red meat to those conservatives and be able to talk about these talking points without sounding like a raving maniac. And the more people see that, the more that I think they're going to enjoy what Ted Cruz has to say. He's got nowhere to go but up with his numbers. And as we see some of these other candidates drop out, Ted Cruz will be a beneficiary of that. Put that as my prediction for this show. Just want to take a quick break in talking about the debates, guys. I want to give everybody a plug for coming on the show. Of course, Vito DiGiovanni, who I like to call the Vito of the Vito and Vito Show. Not like that other Vito. Vito, give yourself some plugs, the show, where it's on, where we can all listen to it, and all your social media and all that other nonsense that you do so well.
Well, you can check us out, the Vito and Vito Show, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on We Are America Radio, and of course WNJC in Philadelphia, Fridays at 1. And for network listings and everything else for Vito and Vito, VitoandVito.com. Give us a follow and a like on Facebook at Vito and Vito Show.
He really is a needy little boy, folks. He wants you to like him and love him and call him George. Because Vito... by the way, I've never heard the word Vito used so many times in one sentence in all my life. That was very good. Mona, tell everybody where we can find all your writings on PolitiChicks and where they can find you on social media so they can participate in your monologues.
Find me on Facebook, Mona Salama, Salama. Find me on Twitter, I'm Political Crazy. And you can find my work with PolitiChicks.com.
Fantastic. And yes, the most aptly named Twitter handle that I know, at Political Crazy for Mona Salama. Back to the debate talk. Let's just talk overall. Both debates combined, guys. Who was the top winner of all the debates together? The whole day, who won? Mona, start with you.
I say Rubio.
Okay, Vito, what do you say?
Carly Fiorina.
Okay. I would tend to agree with Carly. I think that she did the most to help herself. I don't think anybody on the primetime debate hurt themselves. And I think the three old fogies that we talked about, Pataki, Gilmore, and Graham, sorry guys, your time is up. Everybody else's time is now. And that's how I feel about that. let's do a little final thought time. We're going to end things a little early tonight because I got somewhere to go tonight. So, whatever. I have a life. You guys don't. I got somewhere to go tonight.
I didn't get an invite.
We'll talk after the show. Don't worry. I'll come pick you up. But it's time for final thoughts. So, you guys flip a coin, decide who wants to go first. Ready, and go.
Call of Fiorina definitely came out on top of this one. I really like her. Her poll number is going to go up.
Her poll number's already up.
They're going to keep going up even more, Mona, because the next debate, she's going to be even better. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this.
She's going to be in the top 10.
Top 10. Donald Trump is going to slowly inch his way down because he's going to keep opening his mouth.
Yes, agree with everything Vito said. Donald Trump is going to still be nagging and whining, like, why are you attacking me type stuff. As for conservatives, stop with this whole boycott Megyn Kelly, boycott Fox News, grow the F up, and literally, let's unite, let's get a Republican elected in 2016, and let's have fun.
All right, leave my girl Megyn alone.
Yes, because you know what? She did us a favor, and she showed us that the Donald Trump is all talk.
All right, guys, thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Vito DiGiovanni, Mona Salama, you guys are awesome. Time for my final thought. And I'm going to take a little bit of time with this one because I think it's worth going through a little bit. I think it's time to start seeing the decline of the Donald. We put up a story and a meme this week talking about and developing this idea that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the idea of the Trumpservative. When it comes to Donald Trump, he's not a conservative, folks. We've called him Trumpservative here on the show. It has a double meaning. For Donald Trump, Trumpservative means that I'm using the Republican Party and the Republican brand as a means to an end, to serve my own needs, to get what I want, which is a win. All fine, well, and good. I think every candidate should try to develop their own brand. Trump is the king of developing brands. But Trumpservative means a little something different when it comes to Donald Trump supporters. I think too many conservatives out there are compromising their core values and beliefs by supporting Donald Trump and excusing the positions that Donald Trump has taken in the past because it's become a cult of personality. And what did a cult of personality do for us when President Obama was elected in 2008 and in 2012? Here's the issue, folks. Donald Trump's positions are not conservative positions. Has anybody seen his support of a single-payer healthcare system in Canada? That's right. The exact same system that every liberal, including that liberal maniac Anthony Weiner, before he let little Carlos Danger out of the bag, that man supported and was touring the nation talking about a single-payer healthcare system. Well, guess what? Donald Trump's for that. But I guess conservatives can look past that because Donald Trump has a catchy phrase and he wants to build a wall on the Mexican border. Donald Trump said recently on CNN that he would consider continuing to fund Planned Parenthood, even though video after video after video has come out showing that Planned Parenthood's practices are at the very least questionable, and for those of us who take it as truth almost, possibly criminal. Donald Trump says, well, I can consider supporting Planned Parenthood and keep giving them money for their operations so long as they don't include abortion, which, by the way, is what government does anyway, and as we discussed last week, you allow them to use private money for for abortions while they get the public money in to support everything else that they have to take care of. But conservatives can look past all that because he's Donald Trump. Folks, it's time to wake up and be adults. Donald Trump has done good things for the party. He's highlighted the issues of illegal immigration. He's brought more eyeballs to the Republican primary than has ever been in my lifetime. But the negatives are starting to outweigh the positives, and it's time to kick the habit. It's time to kick the habit of Donald Trump. I think he should be gone by Christmas or New Year's. I hope he is. He's done his part for the movement, even though the movement for him was Donald Trump. It's time for some music of the movement. Here's Dirty Uncles with Face of the New Democracy on We Are America Radio. War.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. Health care plan. Health care plan.
it's gonna work, kids. You work hard like your parents both did. Everything you earn by breaking your backs, we're gonna redistribute when we make our pay tax. Hey, sit back down, don't be a jerk, cause none deserve it better than the ones who won't work. We're gonna throw away what our forefathers wrote. Use your hard-earned money just to buy a new vote. Welcome to the place. Welcome to the place of the left's hypocrisy. Little pink houses for you and me. Oh, welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy. Here in the land of the not-so-free. Party not transgressions, cause it's for our own cause. We got a pen and telephone to bypass all your laws. Political correctness will replace the Bill of Rights. Support religious freedom, bless you, pray to Jesus Christ. The press is in our pockets cause it's no longer free. You cannot make a move now that the NSA can see. Don't expect equality, respect, or fair play. The IRS will target those who vote the wrong way. Welcome to the place. Welcome to the place of the left's hypocrisy. Little pink houses for you and me. Oh, welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy. Here in the land of the not-so-free. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
This is the most transparent administration in history. Not even a smidgen of corruption.
Fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. What difference at this point does it make?
If you got a business, you didn't build that.
We're paying off election debts to those on the take. Attorney generals lying even while on the road, ignoring dying veterans and border agents both. Hey, shut your mouth, swallow your pride. What does it matter? Our ambassador died. There's nothing you can do about it, might as well face it. Disagree with anything you label racist. Welcome to the place. Welcome to the place of the left's hypocrisy. Little pink houses for you and me. Welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy. Here in the land of the not-so-free. Whoa, whoa,
I'm not interested in photo ops.
That's it for us tonight, folks. I want to thank everybody in the chat room for listening. Of course, I want to thank Vito DiGiovanni and Mona Salama for coming on the show. It's time to shut the sucker down here. Talk to you all next week. We are out of here. Our position's been compromised. It's time to roll out. Report for debriefing at www.behindenemylinesradio.us and look for regular communications via Facebook and Twitter at BEL_radio. You are the resistance. Behind Enemy Lines. Part of the Conservative Commandos Radio Network. A rock radio production. Copyright 2015. Back in 7 days. Out.